Welcome to TET Online Tutorial, an initiative for competitive Sikkim, learning Sikkim, and leading Sikkim. Welcome.
Hello everyone. We will start with the first question. As per Piaget's theory of cognitive development, a teacher wants to give a task requiring reversible thinking to students. Which of the following tasks seem appropriate in such a situation? So, before I explain the question, let us see the options. Number A, freezing and thawing water. Number B, arranging pebbles as per their size and shape. Number C, serrating sticks as per their length. Number D, distributing candy bars equally to groups of children. So यहाँ यो क्वेसनमा याद गर्नुपर्ने कुरा चाहिँ के छ भन्दाखेरि रिभर्सिबल थिङ्किङ रिभर्सिबल थिङ्किङ इट इज वान अफ द इम्पोर्टेन्ट फ्याक्टर I'll say in concrete operational stage of Piaget's theory of cognitive development. So, reversible thinking is the ability to mentally reverse a sequence of events or action to return to its original state. Reversible thinking यो स्टेजमा चाहिँ के हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ the children will already have the concept of conservation. For example, balloon है एउटा बलुन छ एन्ड देन हामीले त्यो बलुनलाई फुक्योपछि चाहिँ त्यो बलुनको सेपमा चाहिँ चेन्जेस आउँछ लाइक इट बिकम्स राउन्ड राइट तर द मोमेन्ट हामीले त्यो बलुनमा भएको ग्यासलाई चाहिँ इफ यु लेट इट आउट एन्ड त्यतिकै छोडिदियो भने द बलुन विल गो ब्याक टु इट्स नर्मल or previous size. So this is reversible thinking. तपाईँहरूको अप्सनमा हेर्नु फर्स्ट है 10 सेकेन्ड्स दिन्छु तपाईँहरूलाई एन्ड देन we will discuss the answer. Okay, so यहाँको answer, most appropriate answer would be distributing candy bars equally to group of children. Why यो answer हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ किनभने मैले 10वटा दुईटा ग्रुपलाई 10वटा क्यान्डी बाँडेर दिएँ 5-5जना जब मैले मिठाई बाँडेर दिन्छु त्यो नानीहरूकोमा दे विल ह्याभ 1 क्यान्डी इच हाउएभर तर मैले फेरि वापस उनीहरूकोबाट त्यो क्यान्डीहरू वापस लिएर मेरोमै राख्यो भने इट विल कम ब्याक टु 10 क्यान्डिज ओके सो दिस इज वाइ द अप्सन नम्बर डी विल बी द करेक्ट आन्सर ओके मुभिङ अन टु द सेकेन्ड क्वेसन दिस इज असर्सन एन्ड रिजनिङ असर्सनमा के छ भन्दाखेरि students lose interest in academics once they enter adolescence. And then reason चाहिँ के दिएको छ भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ students face social and emotional turmoil as they enter adolescence. Now, select the correct option from the given alternatives. Option A is true but R is false. B, A is false but R is true. C, both A and R are true and R is the correct explanation to A. Option D, both A and R are correct, but R is not the correct explanation to A. अब यहाँ फेरि पनि तपाईहरुलाई 10 seconds will be given to choose your correct option. After that, we will move on with the explanation of the question. Thus, okay, the correct answer is option number D. Both assertion and reason are true. However, the reason is not the correct explanation to assertion. हेर्नुस् अब as the student reaches the adolescence phase भनौँ न त्यति बेला के हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ the students tend to lose interest in academics. उनीहरूको अरू प्रब्लम्सहरूसँग they have to deal है and then these problems चाहिँ सोशल पनि हुनसक्छ इमोसनल पनि हुनसक्छ बट द्याट डज नट नेसेसरीली मिन कि सोशल र इमोसनल टर्मोइल या त डिस्टर्बेन्सले नै चाहिँ स्टुडेन्ट्सको एकाडेमिक्समा ह्याम्पर गर्छ भनेर देयर क्यान बी अदर रिजन एज वेल है हियर assertion and reason both are correct. However, your reason जसले चाहिँ assertionलाई एक्सप्लेन गर्दैछ that is not the correct explanation to the assertion. Now the third question. Select the situations where the teacher is practicing gender stereotyping. So, before moving on with the options or the situations, gender stereotype भनेको चाहिँ के हो भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ it is a socially constructed notion जहाँ चाहिँ we have the certain notion हुन्छ नि हाम्रो सोसाइटीमा के छ भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ that a particular work should be performed by a particular gender भन्ने हुन्छ नि सपोजिङ हाम्रो सोसाइटीमै हेर्नु पर्दाखेरि चाहिँ के हुन्छ भन्दा पिङ्क कलर वी युजली रिलेट पिङ्क कलर टु गर्ल्स एन्ड देन बोइजको लागि चाहिँ मोस्ट फेभरेबल कलर चाहिँ के हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि ब्लू भनेर भन्छ नि दिज आर सम अफ द इक्जाम्पल अफ जेन्डर स्टेरियोटाइप्स ओके सो मुभिङ अन 1. Girls are encouraged to wear skirts and boys are asked to wear pants to school. 2. Girls are encouraged to take home science and boys are encouraged to take science. 3. Girls and boys are asked to sit separately in classroom. 4. Girls and boys are encouraged to make mixed sex groups for projects. Now your options are A. Both 1 and 2. B. Only 3. C. Both 3 and 4. D. Only 2. Now I will give you all 10 seconds to answer. Right? Okay, so the correct option for this question will be A. Both 1 and 2. 1 and 2 मा के छ भन्दाखेरि girls are encouraged to wear skirts and boys are asked to wear pants to school. And then 2 ma girls are encouraged to take home science and boys are encouraged to take science. Now you must be wondering ki why not 3? 3 किन छैन भनेर है girls and boys are asked to sit separately in classroom. This is also one of the stereotypes I would say. तर तपाईहरुको अप्सनमा if you look in your option त्यहाँ तीनटै all 3 options are not given. So most appropriate answer would be option A, both 1 and 2. Why भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ because these two options are reinforcing gender stereotypes by assigning particular clothing and subjects based on gender. I hope it's clear to you. Moving on with the fourth question. According to Howard Gardner, theory of multiple intelligence focuses on which aspects of intelligence? And the options are option A, intelligence focuses only on cognitive abilities. Option B, intelligence is of only one kind which can be measured. Option C, intelligence is of different kinds for different people. Option D, intelligence is similar to learning styles in children. Okay, so your time starts now, 10 seconds. After that, we'll move on with the explanation for the answer. Okay, so the correct answer is option number C, which is intelligence is of different kinds for different people. Gardnerको theory of multiple intelligence ले के emphasize गर्छ भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ that there are several types of intelligence, not just अब हाम्रो cognitive intelligence छ भन्दैमा त्यो intelligence मात्रै हुँदैन. There are other types of intelligence like emotional intelligence हरु है. So his theory emphasizes that intelligence is not a single entity, rather it is a collection of different abilities. That is why your answer is option number C, intelligence is of different kinds for different people. Question number 5. The school wants to create a safe school culture for the students. The teachers suggested to involve students in decision making. How will it impact the school culture? 1. Students will feel a sense of belonging. 2. School activities will have more student participation. Okay, यहाँ क्वेसनले के भन्नु चाहँदैछ भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ एउटा स्कुल चाहिँ इट वान्ट्स टु क्रिएट अ सेफ स्कुल कल्चर जहाँ चाहिँ स्टुडेन्ट्सहरूलाई पनि डिसिजन मेकिङमा चाहिँ दे वान्ट टु इन्भल्भ. सो यर क्वेसन इज हाउ विल दिस इम्प्याक्ट द स्कुल इन्भाइरोमेन्ट ओर स्कुल कल्चर भनेर भन्दैछ है. नाउ यर अप्सन्स आर only only B, both 1 and 2. C, only 2. D. Neither one nor two. Okay, your time starts now. After that, we'll move on with the explanation of the correct answer. ओके सो तपाईँहरूको क्वेसनमा दुईवटा पोसिबिलिटी देखाएको छ है द्याट हाउ विल त्यो इन्भल्भमेन्ट अफ स्टुडेन्ट्स इन डिसिजन मेकिङ मे इम्प्याक्ट द स्कुल कल्चर भनेर सो तपाईँहरूको आन्सर वुड बी अप्सन बी बोथ 1 and 2 वाइ भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ बिकज द इन्भल्भमेन्ट अफ स्टुडेन्ट्स इन डिसिजन मेकिङ fosters a sense of belongingness among the students, right? And then this approach leads to an inclusive and engaging school culture. Okay, the school activities are jaile huncha त्यति बेला the school will witness more participation of students. This is why your correct answer is option B. Moving on with the question number 6. National Education Policy NEP 2020 has restructured the pattern of school education and replaced the old 10 plus 2 plus 3 pattern of education with a new pedagogical and curricular restructuring. What is the new structure as envisaged by NEP 2020? And the options are option A 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 3, option B 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4, option C 5 plus 3 plus 4 plus 3, and option D 4 plus 5 plus 3 plus 3. Okay, your question, it is one of the very important and most repeated question. Every year नै almost every year नै repeat भएको छ यो question. BEd entrance testहरूमा पनि repeat हुन्छ. So I'm sure तपाईहरु you will be able to answer it है. So your time starts now. And the correct answer is option B 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. Moving on with the next question. This is a statement. Fitting new information into previously established cognitive structures is an important construct of Piaget's cognitive theory. Which construct does the above statement highlight? And your options are option A accommodation, option B equilibration, option C conservation, option D assimilation. You have 10 seconds. After that we will proceed to discuss the answer. Okay, so the correct answer would be your option D assimilation. I'm sure है तपाईहरुले हाम्रो प्रिभियस भिडियोमा पनि देख्नु भएको होला पियाजेको cognitive theory, and according to his cognitive theory, assimilation is the process of fitting new information into existing cognitive structures or schemas. यसको लागि एउटा एक्जाम्पल दिनु पर्दाखेरि चाहिँ सपोजिङ हाम्रो अलरेडी कन्सेप्टमा चाहिँ वी हैव द कन्सेप्ट अफ एप्पल. एप्पल कस्तो छ भनेर डल्लो हुन्छ रातो हुन्छ भनेर है. तर न्यू स्कीमा वुड बी द टेस्ट अफ एप्पल. एकताल हामीले एप्पल हाम्रोमा एप्पल छ अरे एन्ड देन त्यसलाई टेस्ट गर्दाखेरि स्वीट आयो अरे. सो नाउ यो टेस्ट अफ एप्पल जुन चाहिँ स्वीट छ द्याट इज द न्यू स्कीमा. एन्ड देन हामीले न्यू स्कीमालाई हामीले को रिलेट गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ वी विल फर्म अ न्यू इन्फर्मेसन अर नलेज भनौँ न के अबाउट एप्पल के भनेर भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ एप्पल इज रेड, apple is round, and then the taste of red apple is sweet vanera. Moving on to question number 8. Which one of the following closely clarifies the concept of creativity? तपाईहरुकोमा चारवटा अप्सन छ. त्यो अप्सन माध्यम चाहिँ कुन चाहिँ अप्सनले चाहिँ क्रिएटिभिटी को कन्सेप्टलाई चाहिँ मज्जाले बुझाउँदैछ भनेर है तपाईको क्वेशन. Now the options are option A ability to think independently and divergently creating new ideas, option B ability to score high in any test and examination, option C ability to comprehend texts and situations as expected, option D
ability to identify things without seeing or touching. Now you have 10 seconds to answer the question. The correct option is option A, ability to think independently and divergently, creating new ideas. Creativity भनेको चाहिँ it is the ability to generate new and original ideas है. सो तपाईँहरूको अप्सन ए ले के भन्दैछ भने चाहिँ creativity is the ability to think independently, where तपाईँको mind is free to think outside the box and coming up with new innovative ideas. That is the essence of creativity. Question number 9. Which of the following situations is an inclusive setting in school? Inclusive setting matlab चाहिँ it refers to an environment where all students, regardless of their backgrounds, are welcomed and valued and supported. So your options are option A, fixed lesson plans for uniformity, B, usage of uniform and standardized teaching learning materials, C, special educators to engage only children with disabilities, D, mixed groups for cultural events in school. Now you have 10 seconds to answer the question. Okay, so the correct answer is option D, mixed groups for cultural events in school. Why भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ because it promotes participation of various diverse learners in promoting diversity, equity, and social interaction among students from different backgrounds, irrespective of their backgrounds. And then you might be wondering कि inclusive को कुरा गर्दैछ and why not the option C also feels correct भनेर भन्नुहुँदै सोच्दैछ भने चाहिँ why it is not the correct option भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ because special educator to engage only children with disability भनेर भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ this is the aspect of segregation भनेर भन्छ है, which is the opposite of inclusion. Question number 10. Kelzang is a teacher for grade 8 and 9. Her students are entering adolescence, which is why they are facing a lot of social and emotional issues. She wants to guide them but is not sure how to proceed. Which strategy do you think would be appropriate in this situation? So तपाईहरुको क्वेशनमा चाहिँ your a situation is given where a teacher is teaching class 8 and 9. अन्त अब as you all know classes 8 and 9 हरुको नानीहरु चाहिँ they are in the peak adolescent age है, and these students they are facing lot of social and emotional issues. Kelsang, she wants to help her students but she is unsure कि कसरी चाहिँ proceed गर्नु, कसरी चाहिँ help गर्नु त्यो नानीहरुको है. And then तपाईको क्वेशन चाहिँ के छ भन्दा चाहिँ which of the following strategy do you think would be the appropriate in this situation भनेर. So let's move on to the options. Your options are option A, discussing the issues and mutually trying to find solutions. Option B, researching on the several socio-emotional issues in adolescent. Option C, reducing academic load to let students spend time with self. Option D, keeping the timetable flexible enough for students to make changes. Now you have 10 seconds to answer the question. The correct answer is option A, discussing the issues and mutually trying to find solution. Now, as we know, adolescence, it is a phase of development where the children are very sensitive. And why option A is correct? Because it involves discussing the issues and mutually trying between both teachers and students, where they are mutually trying to find solution which can help them to develop problem solving skills and build trust and foster a sense of community in the classroom. Okay, this one is another question on inclusive education. Which of the following statements is correct in the context of inclusive education? Your options are: A. Inclusion focuses on uniform and standardized curriculum for all. Option B. Inclusion focuses on celebrating diversity in school space. Option D. Inclusion emphasizes on education of children with disabilities. Option D. Inclusion highlights the need to develop more special schools. Now, you have 10 seconds, eh, to answer the question. After that, we will discuss the correct answer. Okay, the correct option is option B. Inclusion focuses on celebrating diversity in school space. हामीले previous questionमा पनि we had already discussed it that inclusion means when the students coming from diverse background come together, एउटा safe environment create हुन्छ, that is inclusion, है. So likewise, inclusive education is an approach that values diversity and promotes the participation of all students regardless of their abilities, backgrounds or needs. Therefore, your option B is the correct answer. Okay, so the final question for today's video is: what factors impact the mental health in students? One is familial violence, number two, poverty, number three, death in family. So your options are: A, only one; B, only one and two; C, only one, two, and three; and D, only two and three. You have 10 seconds. So the correct answer is option C, only one, two, and three. Right? Why भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ because mental health is very important. It has become a very crucial भनौँ न aspect or issue among the students at the present scenario नै हेर्नु पर्दा पनि. Now, mental health can be impacted by various factors including familial violence, poverty, and death in the family. Now, your factors related these are the factors which may cause stress, anxiety, emotional distress, which ultimately affects the students' academic and overall well-being of the students. So I hope you enjoyed the lesson, and if you have any queries or doubts about the question that we discussed in this video, please leave it in the comment box. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Your support keeps us going. See you in the next video.